All right, family. We black again with the general. You already know what time it is. We got that 5-5 here on General SETI, Sarah Student SETI's page. We're gonna be talking about today the frequency of people. You see, we attacking large groups and mass groups of people. We're not dealing with the frequency. We're not dealing with the frequency of individuals who, you understand, may very well look just like you, that might need to be dealt with. Look just like you, and so you think you gonna hide behind all these labels and nigga won't peel you back to your frequency. We got to do that today. Before we get started, make sure you click the link at the top of the chat. Get over to General SETI's Patreon. We got that file for you now. We got that file for you. We want you to get over there. Over 600 videos. We got that. Yeah, let me get the flyer in there for you. Over 600 videos. We highlighting one of our fire presentations. We talking about ancient Egypt and West African connection, continental glory. We're in the house. Let me see who in here. Let me make sure. Yeah, Ray, you in there? Okay. Ray missing out on the battle royal. I'm in here going to war. Ray, you over where you at, man? You must be watching the game, Ray. In between watching the game and coming into the chat. That's all right. He here now. I'm out here. When I get to talking about the FBA, you got to be in the house, brother. They ready coming, but leave them in there now. I want you to leave them in there. I need the battle. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. We talking about I don't judge people by location. Even though I'm down with my team now. I'm down with my team. You understand? I'm down with my team, but I know you niggas. You see, you won't look in the mirror and all the poison that you niggas is infecting throughout the community. You see, poison. Yeah, we got to deal with you niggas today. You want us to look this way when you the nigga behind a nigga back with the knife trying to stab your own brother in the back, trying to stab your own sister in the back. Yes, it's you. And we're going to tell on you today, And so the thing is, I know it's a lot of ignorant people all around the world. I know that. I know that for a fact. And and I deal with them wherever I'm at, if they come out their mouth sideways, I step to them with the facts. I love facts. You know what I'm saying? I love facts. It dropped like an axe. You see, so it don't make no damn difference where I'm at. I deal with the frequency. I done met black people all over the world, and they, many of them, their frequency was on point. Treated me with the utmost respect. I done ran into a few that, I had to tighten up too. There's no doubt about it. I had to tighten a few up in Ethiopia. I had to tighten a few up in Egypt. I had to tighten a few up in Mexico. I had to tighten a few motherfuckers up everywhere I went. But the most of them had respect. You understand what I'm saying? Out of just sheer look at this nigga. He ain't the type that I want to tangle with first and foremost, because I carry myself like that, but I still had to tighten a few people up. But what we having today, we having a lot of hypocrisy amongst our people, man, and I speak to my people, you know what I'm saying? Particularly my clan, and I don't have no problem, because I've always spoke that I'm always for my team first, but I'm not for no weak niggas. No, I'm not. I'm not for no weak niggas. I'm not. And they ain't gonna never be. You see? And a lot of times, a lot of weak niggas, they like to get in any clique they can because they weak. And so when people get a mass of any, they feel more security, long as they say, I'm a FBA, I'm a foundational Black American. They on the team and they wave the flag and this, that, even though the nigga can't tell you nothing about what the hell it is. And as soon as you crack them with a goddamn question that's so, and it could be I'm not even going in my, I'm not, I got different levels of questions. When I'm ready to get busy for real, I can go into the bottom of the damn deck and get some questions to ask a motherfucker, and they can't even ask the ones at the bottom. And them the light ones, you know. I go get some light questions for their ass. They can't even answer nothing. And it be like that in a whole lot of movements. It don't make no difference what movement it is. You got the ones that they just cheerleaders. You know, they suiting what I call t-shirt and necklace niggas. You see t-shirt and necklace niggas. They gonna wear all the regalia. You see, they'll wear the regalia, be asking the nigga one question, and nigga break down and get to stuttering and can't even, you know, like, damn, nigga, I just asked you one question and you can't even answer that. You see, and so the thing is, you know, again, I'm getting back off into, you know, really trying to analyze what they talking about. And it's still the same. First and foremost, when we talk about, you know, the term foundational black, I understand what a lot of people is saying as far as building the country. And I'm in total agreement with that aspect of it. You know, I'm in total agreement with that aspect of it. But to say, I mean, we say it's a divergence amongst them niggas. You got some of them niggas, see, they got red feather fever. So a lot of them niggas got a feather. They don't want to put on no Timberlands. They want to put on moccasins. And some of them niggas is so sweet, they putting on high heel moccasins. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't just got on, you don't want to put on no Timberland. You want to put on moccasins. You see, and run around and go in the backyard and sleep, you know, have a sleepover in the teepee and shit like that, and put some marshmallows on the fire and shit. You know, that's what y'all want to do. And then you got other niggas, they, you know, you got some of the brothers that, you know, and sisters, they got red feather fever. And then, you know, they the moccasin, you know, they got the mock. Then you got some cats, they ain't the indigenous, they ain't Indians. They ain't Indians. They really, you know, I didn't heard so many but they foundational Black Americans, they don't accept the indigenous part. You know, in the way that the indigenous part of it. So I believe that's a whole nother movement. You see, that's a whole nother movement. You see, and I don't believe the indigenous identify with the American aspect. Yeah, so I don't, you know, they before, you know, but you know, and see, I understand ADOS, but I understand the slave, but I'm not about to say, yeah, I'm beyond the motherfucking slave now. I'm not about to. It fuck with me when motherfuckers say, you know, the slave shit. I understand we came from that, but I'm bigger than that. I can't call myself. You know, I understand the long as the paperwork is right. Now, I don't got to call myself none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Long as the paperwork is right. And what I have to tell people is, you know, my heritage and my lineage is my lineage. My people work just like yours. So I don't give a fuck whether you like what I say or not. You ain't stopping me from getting shit. Because if I get something, it's because they already work for it. So whether I get out my shit coming to me any which way it go. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have to agree with none of that shit you talking about. So what the fuck do it mean? You see, I work as far as I can to get the paper, but I'm beyond that, you know? That shit don't make or break me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm about this trillions of dollars that we already possess and taking that and flipping that shit because we hustlers and shit. If we got $1 trillion, we need to flip that 2 or 3 times right now. You see what I'm saying? Y'all too busy begging and shit, and it's all right, but when a motherfucker see, that's why I brought up Donald Trump and shit. Not because I'm in agreement. I say, watch how these motherfuckers operate in this conflict. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, y'all begging for this reparations, which is cool. We know they deserve, they owe, that's ours. Our ancestors didn't already work for it. So it's ours. But when a motherfucker got something that belong to you, you got to put pressure on their ass that they could lose something if they don't give it to you. What the fuck? Y'all niggas talking about, I'm not going to vote for you? Vote when the next motherfucker who you don't vote gonna get in and do the same exact motherfucking thing? What difference does that make? I'm not gonna vote for you. You think that's gonna make a motherfucker give you reparations? Huh? Is you silly? See, you got to just see what. So what? When I use this situation in comparison with what's going on overseas, see, Donald Trump, whatever he in there, whatever he say he want, we don't know what's over there that he really want. He's saying it's the uranium. He say, I want that uranium. They say, I'm not giving you the motherfucking uranium. So we want the reparations. White boy ain't giving us the reparations. So since the Iranians didn't give Donald Trump the reparations, you know what he did? He blockaded they shit. He fucking they goddamn economy up. You see, it's a punishment. See, you got to have a punishment if fall. Now that still might not give it. He might, but he gonna take some damage. At least he gonna take some damage. But niggas gonna still go get the designer clothes. They gonna still buy liquor, weed, and blunts. They still gonna get their gas from the Arab. They gonna still go to the liquor store. They gonna still go to the grocery stores owned by white people. They still gonna go and spend all their money. Well, so what is you actually, and it got to be more than just. I see people had fucking boycotted Target, motherfucker, boycott all that shit. The hell you gonna but you gonna go to Walmart owned by his wicked brother. You gonna go to the other one, Kmart, owned by his wicked brother. Man, listen here. The only way you gonna, you know what, black people is, you know what, they owe us. But see, the thing is about when a motherfucker owe you, you got to press that shit when you first give it to them. When you first give him up, he owe you, and you know he owe you, then the pressure should be on. You shouldn't let 200 years and 150 years and 100 years go by. Yes, they still owe it to us. But shit, now, after more time go by, they gonna say, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with this. We done already gave you so much, and you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the third. People get to coming up with all type of excuses. The longer you allow them to, go, without paying, they debt and shit, they get to coming up with all these. That's why you got to put the blockade, and it can't be on, it's gonna have to be on all of that shit. But see, you got to go on a fast. You got to fast from crackatosis and arabatosis and all the tosises, because you love to go to the Arab store and get your blunt, your liquor, you love to go on over there and to get all your snacks and shit and whatever at the gas station, and you love to go to all these, but you're not ready to detox. You're not ready to fast from white supremacy. So you're not willing to blockade his shit. See, Trump say, fuck, I'm blockade. I'm gonna fuck your economy up. If niggas was serious about reparations and you gonna have to blockade his motherfucking economy on this side, internally, to let and see shit get the rupturing, then they might consider. But then at that point in time, look what's gonna happen. It's gonna fall the fuck in. So the extent that you might have to go to might even collapse the damn system. You see, so you might not get shit out of it no goddamn way if you blockade it, because it's probably on, thin. The columns that's holding this shit up is probably so thin that it couldn't take a real serious blockade like that. It really couldn't take it. It probably a breakdown. So the thing is, see, I'm not a reactionary. I'm a proactionary. Proactive, you see, and I like to be proactive in saying, look, we don't even practice black power in our own community. We can't even come out our own motherfucking door and see the immediate businesses. And I'm talking about in proximity to your house. When you come out your house and you leave and go to the corner, the first businesses that you see, whether you see the corner store, whether you see the Some areas got a grocery store, whether it's a Aldi's, whatever it is. You got maybe a CVS, you got a bank somewhere. All of that should be black owned. How is it that black people got trillions of dollars and they don't even own? That's internal. That ain't got nothing to do with no nigga from overseas. That ain't got nothing to do with no nigga on the internet. When you come out of your house and you go up there on the first main street that you come to and you see all the businesses in proximity to your house and you do not own it, the only motherfucker you can blame is yourself. That's where it starts. That's how I check. When the doctor put the thermometer in a motherfucker mouth and he put that damn heart thing and he listened to your heart, he started checking to see if you how you feel and check your little blood pressure and shit and see your vitals is you good and shit. That's the first thing I check for. That is on us. Okay, so don't tell me nothing about no nigga because we are talking about setting a fortress around our community. Only we could do that. You see, what y'all niggas want to do is cry about a nigga sitting on your couch because you left the door open. When all you had to do is lock the goddamn door, and locking the door is practicing black power in your community, which you obviously is not doing. When you are practicing black power, that means owning the grocery store, owning the corner store, owning the gas station, owning the beauty supply, owning the restaurants, owning the mechanic. You got to own all that. You need your car fixed, the car lot. If you need to buy a car, your drug stores, all of that is owned by black immediately in your community in proximity to your house. That showed me if you healthy or not. You go in anybody else community and they do that of their own will, understanding that this is necessary for people to be whole, to have control of those particular buildings, right? You don't have to go away and because this is going to be, the building block for everything else. This is what I'm talking about. So when you got that, all those businesses in proximity to your house under black ownership, and we understand 100% black ownership, 100% black support. We talking about what motherfuckers is doing in our community, how they wouldn't even be able to do it if you was practicing black power. You're not doing it. You're lying, nigga. Because nobody, all you have to do is go out your door. Look, who own it? Okay, you're not practicing it. Go over and go to them people's community and leave and let them leave out their house. They don't have the same excuses that you have, nigga. So the reason why y'all can find a flip-flop, nigga, which is embarrassing to a people, that show you that you mad because another nigga then came and sat in your living room because you left your fucking door open. You left the windows open. You have you when you are practicing black power, the doors is locked, the windows is locked. There's no way a person can get in your house. So I'm sick of you niggas crying about these flip-flop niggas doing this, doing that. They ain't doing shit. Because if you just lock the goddamn door, they would go find somebody else community that they could leech off of. They don't go to the Chinaman community and leech off. You know why? Because they ain't gonna support their ass. Everything is locked. You go over to Chinatown, they own every building in Chinatown. Every business in Chinatown is Chinese. You ain't need it's just a given. You don't they don't have all that lip sync and all why it ain't. It is, nigga. It is. It is. It is. They don't have all them goddamn excuses. So you niggas is not practicing because really for real, $1 trillion, $1 trillion, $1 trillion amongst black people. Man, let's make this shit make sense. We supposed to be like, damn, how we can flip this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I know our peoples is some hustling motherfuckers. Like, damn, how can we, in the first thing, let's open up a chain of corner stores. You understand what I'm saying? Let's open up a chain of, motherfucker got money. That's a smart move. Open up a, motherfucker, that's the only store a motherfucker could go to. You understand? For a lot of people, they go right there It's $1 million business. It's a multi-million-dollar business. The corner store is a multi-million-dollar business. And I know in Detroit, ain't nothing but corner store. I know it's probably about 500 motherfucking or more corner stores all around metropolitan Detroit. It's got to be at least. You understand what I'm saying? Corner store. That's all you corner stores. So if a motherfucker just, in proximity to, when you do that, the black dollar stay in the community. You see, when you think about the shit motherfucker ain't even got to go out inside his motherfucking community. You got the hot little stores up there with the clothing that got, and yeah, we want black clothing too, but you could start with whatever. If you can get some good deals and shit where you could sell niggas the hot shit, and they ain't got to go out to the mall, they ain't got to go downtown, they ain't got to leave their hood, they gonna spend with you. You see, and then the owner of the clothing store gonna go over there to the black grocery store and buy his groceries over there. So the dollar is flipping within the goddamn community. Everything that's on us. Why is we crying about a flip-flop, nigga? And when we ain't doing shit for black power, that will automatically shut that shit down. This is a farce. This shit you niggas is talking out there is bullshit. Straight up. Because niggas ain't practicing it, the reparation shit look like the big money. Man, we need reparations. But if we had that hustling mentality to take that $1 trillion like we do a whole lot of other products in the hood and flip that $1 trillion 3-4 motherfucking time, the reparation money gonna get to looking like the little money. You see? But see, they don't want niggas thinking like that. You see, because if you start thinking like that, they gonna wish they had gave you the reparation money. Because they don't want you to break out of that mentality where you start practicing black power for real. They gonna wish they had gave you the reparation to keep you in that state where you just gonna run back and give it to them. But when you start taking that $1 trillion with some real and start right in your hood, you ain't got to no grandiose or what do people need? Where do they go? You know what black people do? Get into some of them businesses, provide that for them, and you on the road to success. You see what I'm saying? And so again, once we get into that mentality of taking that $1 trillion and flipping it, getting businesses right there within our own of everything, 100% black owned, black community, 100% black supported. When we do that, then the reparation money gonna look like the little money. It look like the big money now, because motherfuckers like, man, we need that. But if we flipping, not only is we gonna make the money, we gonna build the knowledge. And then we gonna pass that down to, which is way more valuable than giving a nigga that ain't got no blueprint some fucking money so that he can go give it back to the motherfucking man anyway. We talking about the knowledge to pass this shit down and continue to flip it and continue to keep it black, 100% black owned, 100% black supported, passing that knowledge down to the baby where they ready to assume power. Shit, 17, 18, they ready to come into their own business. You see what I'm saying? This is what we need. And we ain't doing that. So to continue to blame other, that's not going to answer this is not going to answer no problems in our motherfucking community. So I'm sick of all that weak shit y'all niggas out there talking about. Get it together. Black power is the only solution. Like, better yet, revolution. Like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad said, revolution is the only solution. That's the only solution. All that other shit, you niggas on your knees, you're embarrassing today. You see, because at the end of the day, and we root for you on, but at the same time, we got a blueprint too. You see, we got a blueprint too. You think we don't got one, but if you ask, nigga, we'll lay it out for you. You see, and the thing is, another thing that, I'm trying to figure this shit out, because motherfuckers look at one aspect of what we talk about. We talking about the Pan-African. We talk about the holy black family. We talk about the holy black mother, the holy black family, the child. How could y'all speak against it? I can understand. Oh, you don't agree with that. But why isn't they, there's no agreement with the fact that we talk about the sacredness of the black family? How could you speak against a motherfucker that's talking on some righteous knowledge about the sacred black family and the mothers and the children and that the black man and woman is the original founders of civilization? What is wrong with you niggas? What is wrong with you? You got one aspect about that you don't agree with, but that ain't what it is. Y'all got a problem with a whole lot of shit. You see what I'm saying? And so it makes me wonder what is the real objective of you niggas. But I know one thing: you worship Jesus Christ. I know that for a fact. Y'all niggas love y'all some Jesus. So that's most definitely been the dominant religion amongst foundational black. So when y'all niggas get to talking about an ethnogenesis, that's most definitely one of the major aspects and ingredients in the ethnogenesis of foundational black Americans is white Jesus. And so is that flip-flop nigga too. So really, when y'all talk about the Pan-African community, we believe in ancient African spirituality from the greatest people that ever walked the earth, the Nile Valley Africans. And you see, we believe in that. We don't believe, y'all believe in white Christ and shit. So really, the flip-flop nigga in the FBA is really brothers in Christ. The true, real black Pan-African, you all just pick up the Pan-African nationalists of America are predominantly Nile Valley oriented. We accept, once we have knowledge of self and we know who Jesus and that's fake, that shit is discarded, nigga. Y'all niggas can, so just because you see somebody black, I already know we got two different, we ain't gonna agree. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna agree. I know that. And it just like I don't agree with y'all. I don't agree with them neither. So, but y'all can sit down and have a lovely conversation about Jesus, and how he died for your sins. And and y'all can sip tea and read scriptures and shit. We don't do that with y'all. None of y'all niggas. So we more unalike than both of you motherfuckers, really. We are the most unalike. Y'all motherfuckers got commonalities. We ain't got no commonalities with no shit like that. Y'all niggas believe in Jesus. Nigga, y'all archaic, nigga. Y'all archaic in the science. Y'all archaic in the science, man. Y'all done went backwards, man. Trying to go forward. Y'all done went backwards. And you know what I'm saying? So it's time to get busy as far as this dialogue. I'm ready to engage. I cannot get nobody to engage with me because they already know what the end result gonna be. They already know what the end result gonna be. That's right. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all being here today. We'll be black. We'll be black tomorrow, family. Stay tuned. Get over there to Patreon and get some of that work. You need it. Don't cut yourself off. No man is an island. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Stay if you're FBA, stay FBA. That's all right. I ain't telling you don't be FBA. I ain't telling you that. I believe in my brothers and sisters here. That's my team. That's my home team. But that don't mean I agree with you. Just because you my home team, that don't mean I agree with the shit you talking. You know what I'm saying? And you could be my home team, but I still don't agree with you. You understand what I'm saying? And I won't go against you for another team, but I will rebuke your ass. You see what I'm saying? I will rebuke you when you ain't telling the truth. So just know that. All right, family. See y'all in a minute. Black Power.